Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Silverfang, and today I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at someone named Scathach. So, like, I have heard of her. Like, I know, like, she has some connections to Ku Colin. By the way, for those of you who don't know, that is Lancer from Fate Unlimited Blade Works. So I know she has some connections to him. She might, and I'm not sure about this one, but she might have some connections to what's this guy's name? The Lancer from Fate Zero. So she might have some connections to him. Uh, I don't think so though, but I think I heard that somewhere. I'm not even sure right now, but maybe. But what I do know is that she's a dual wielder, but now with swords, freaking spears, man. And I know she's badass. I know she's killed gods before, so I don't know which gods. I'm about to find out right now, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be freaking powerful. And as you know, I'm covering this because she's the next one up in my Gilgamesh versus the World video. So it's crazy. So she's like this classic warrior type, like somebody, like when you look at her, it's like Lancer, right? Lancer is someone that you would think has no shot against somebody like Gilgamesh, and yet for some reason they wanted to put that in that video, so she must be powerful. So maybe, I don't know. I'm optimistic. They say that she has killed gods before, but I'm curious to see which gods and under which circumstances she's done that. So with that being said, all I have to do is remind you guys to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. And besides that, when I reach 500 subs, I'm gonna start doing Strange Fate manga reactions. So if you guys want to see that, please subscribe to the channel. I will really appreciate it. And with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. Oh, by the way, this video is by Scathach, so go check out his channel. His videos are
During
awesome.
the age described in the Celtic Ulster cycle, tales are told of the Irish otherworld, a parallel world of different lands, home to the gods, the Tuatha De Danann. Alongside Tir na Nog, the land of the youth, the otherworld also contains what is known as the Land of Shadows, a place for the souls of the dead to return. However, there are many souls unable to find their way, instead wandering the lands of the living. To assist these souls, particularly in the aftermath of great battles, the Irish gods elect a stoic female warrior, Scathach, to preside over the Land of Shadows from the Isle of Skye as its queen. She is of human origin, born in her homeland of Scotland, and growing to become a prodigy in spearmanship and rune magic. She is of the ruling class, fully realizing her superior demeanor. Rather than use this superiority for her own happiness, she instead dedicates herself to rule for the sake of the masses, crafting herself into a weapon to protect them. Throughout her life, she confronts all manners of fiendish opponents, from fellow men to divine beasts.
Wow, that's a surprise.
By her own skills, she becomes renowned as a literal slayer of gods. In her own testimony, "Truly, I robbed many lives. A man, a wraith, a god. I've confronted many existences, a countless number, slaughtering all those near me."
I didn't notice that the volume.
It is for this talent that she earns the ability to seal the gate of the Land of Shadows, to maintain control.
I don't know if you guys heard me before, but I'm really surprised that she's a freaking ruler class, man.
She continues to ward off fiends, and her exposure to the Land of Shadows robs her of her human mortality. At a ripened stage of beauty and strength, Scathach is fated to neither age nor die, closed off from the world
she's immortal.
itself.
Okay.
With eternity at her disposal, she continues her job leading the dead to their journey to the otherworld. In this endeavor, she is not impartial, choosing to prioritize the leading of warriors and exiling of evil spirits. In keeping up with her skills, Scathach begins to train brave warriors she deems to have potential. For this, she is known by men as the ideal instructor and is coveted in their pursuit of fame and glory.
See,
Of
she
course,
trained
deep
cool.
down, there is a reason she goes so far in training her students. While likely impossible, she teaches them with the hope that one shall become strong enough to kill and free her from her immortality.
Oh,
None come closer to
okay.
this than the Hound of Ireland, Cuchulainn. At the age of 16,
Cool
the
Hulan.
talented fighter is rejected by the Princess Eivir. When he comes to kidnap her, she protests to being married to a man of no fame. In an effort to appease her, Cuchulainn sets out for the Land of Shadows, seeking tutelage from Scathach. When he arrives at the Island of Skye, he discovers he must pass deadly tests, simply to gain an audience with the famed mentor.
Just to gain an
In
audience.
challenging these trials, he meets other aspiring students, including Ferdiad. Eventually they come
I
upon
don't
a
know who
vast
that is.
gorge with a tilting platform that is low on the sides and tall in the center. Stepping onto one end causes the other to rise and toss travelers off. To get
Okay.
across, the aspiring warriors need to jump on the platform's center and again to the other side without being thrown to the start or falling to the monster-infested waters below. While Cuchulainn rests, his peers all attempt and fail to cross the gorge. When he steps up, he makes 3 different attempts, failing each time from being ejected to the beginning. Only after a 4th leap does he reach the other side. At the end of the trials, both Cuchulainn and Ferdiad find themselves standing before Scathach, and she acknowledges their efforts by agreeing to teach them. For less than a year, Cuchulainn and Ferdiad become akin to brothers while living among Scathach's students,
I know who
competing for the honor
Ferdiak
to
is, so
inherit
if you
her
guys can let me
ultimate
know in the
weapon,
comment.
the Gay Bolg, a spear known to alter causality to ensure it strikes the heart of its victims. Of all her students, Scathach's discerning eye finds the most potential in Cuchulainn, not simply for his physical prowess, but rather his bravery and character.
Freaking
She
Gay
thinks,
Bolg is
if anyone
freaking
can kill
broken.
her, it will be him. Thus, he is chosen as the one to inherit her Gay Bolg. She trains him to master the weapon and its technique
That's how he
alongside
got
her original runes. She shapes him into her ideal warrior, but is ultimately forced to accept reality. In a serene voice, she admits, "Perhaps I wanted to be killed by your hands. I give up.
I've
Let
been
her die
curious
before
about
that
her
happens.
ever since I
If
did my
only you were
Cuchulainn
born a
video.
little earlier. Young, so young." With Cuchulainn still under her care, Scathach encounters her sister Aoife, also hailing from Scotland. Aoife comes bearing an army and challenges Scathach, declaring war over her territory. Knowing Aoife's reputation as a fearsome warrior, Scathach fears for Cuchulainn's safety, insisting that he and Ferdiad remain while she alone goes to war. She sleeps a sleeping potion into Cuchulainn's drink, which she expects will incapacitate him for 24 hours.
I think that,
Instead, he recovers in a single hour and
yeah,
persistently joins her on the
that's
battlefield.
crazy.
Ultimately, she, Cuchulainn, and Ferdiad unite and cause hell together during the fight. By the end of the battle, Cuchulainn learns that Aoife cherishes her chariot and horses. When Aoife shatters his sword, he alerts that her precious chariot and its horses have fallen from a nearby cliff. In the moment when Aoife turns to check, Cuchulainn takes his opportunity to overpower her. He forces her to
That
promise
appeared
not to
crazy
fight
to me.
Scathach, and the conflict
Like,
is resolved. Ironically,
that was
he
crazy
takes
to
a
me.
liking
Like
to
when I
Aoife
first heard that
and has his
in
way
the
with
cool
her,
video.
angering Scathach in the process, the result being a punishing beatdown. Despite her strict teachings, Scathach develops a strong, affectionate bond with her beloved pupils. She grants them friendship of the thighs, a gesture of peace between warring men and women, an acknowledgement
Okay.
of their shared humanity. Regardless, the time draws near for Cuchulainn and Ferdiad to leave the Land of Shadows. Scathach, with a talent for foresight, predicts Cuchulainn's premature, inevitable demise, which he accepts
Oh, she has
bravely.
foresight?
Having taught the two everything she can, Scathach does not see her best students off when they depart to their home countries. Instead, she wishes them on in her solitude, continuing to preside over her domain. The conception between Aoife and Cuchulainn bears fruit, a son named Conla. Unbeknownst to his father, the young boy also makes his way to Scathach, desiring to become stronger. She complies, teaching Conla in the ways of the spear, but ultimately stops short of sharing the secrets of the gay Bolg. The boy's life ends tragically, as his journey leads him to his own father. The two face off, but Conla is struck down by the technique he was never taught. Centuries pass, and the tales of Ulster grow ever distant. The Age of Gods comes to an end, and Scathach, along with the land she rules, is forced to the outside of the world, beyond the reverse side, toward Akasha itself. This woman, an immortal enigma, naturally changes into an existence akin to a divine spirit. She survives for 2,000 years, until a time where the world and its outside are in peril. When the world faces ruin, a devastating incineration during the Grand Orders, Scathach's land of shadows vanishes completely, and she suddenly finds herself compatible with the throne of heroes, despite still being alive. As a lost existence, Scathach finds purpose in being summoned through the Chaldea Security Organization as a Lancer-class heroic spirit, serving under Ritsuka Fujimaru. Having existed outside the world for thousands of years, Scathach generally refrains from interfering with the affairs of the living, feeling her own presence to be an interruption to their stories. Regardless, she can't help but take to the battlefield at times, taken in by the youthful naivete of her master. Around him, her habits as a teacher slip through.
I would love for that singularity to be animated.
In battle, Scathach makes use of all her talents. She uses her clairvoyance to anticipate her enemy's movements, and her runes to cast spells bolstering her spearmanship. She is particularly effective against divine and undead opponents, a result of her exploits manifesting into the skill Godslayer. She possesses two noble phantasms, the first being the Gate of Sky, gate to the magical realm brimming with death, her anti-army ability to form a vacuous portal to the land of shadows. It devours her opponents, draining their mana and damaging them heavily. The second is her Gay Bolg alternative, the prototypes and alternate versions of her famous Gay Bolg. While not being the same as the spear gifted to her student, they are of surprising strength when used in tandem during her ultimate technique, the Soaring Spear of Piercing Death. This is a two-part attack, a close-range strike, followed by a second spear hurled at pinned foes. Scathach becomes more personally involved in Chaldea's mission to the Singularity in North America because Queen Maeve begins to command an army of Celtic warriors. She makes it her goal to assist Ritsuka and resolve the Singularity. Most compelling, however, is that Maeve summons Cuchulainn in his alter form, a beastly and aggressive berserker whom she feels obligated to confront. As his teacher, I should be the one to collar him back again. She assists fighting various servants summoned at Maeve's behest, and ultimately takes her leave to hold off her rebel pupil. Scathach feels it almost dreamlike to have to kill a former student, but faces off against Cuchulainn Alter to free him from his madness. I don't feel like being killed by the current you. I liked you better the way you used to be. She struggles against a version of Cuchulainn that is deceived into desiring kingship and dominant superiority, robbed of his usual charisma and charm. The two meet each other blow for blow, their gay bolds canceling each other out.
Not gonna lie though, like, Cool has a really nice personality.
Like, she likely cannot defeat him in his current state.
So I can just imagine
to draw out the gateway to the outside of the world,
little dim, you know, like,
sending him there.
I don't know.
Before she can open the portal, she is torn through by her opponent, who had summoned Curid Coinhen, the bones of the sea monster used to forge the gay bolg, as armor. Injured, she instead uses the portal to make an escape. In the void, she crudely patches her body, despite missing most of her internal organs. While too weak to consider confronting her student again, Scathach finds a different enemy servant, the legendary Chinese martial artist Li Xuan. Li Xuan, with the title of Divine Spear, yearns to test his mettle against her, and she agrees to face him if he first goes back and assists her master. His passion for this duel motivates him, and in the end, he helps in defeating Maeve's forces. Honoring her word, Scathach accepts Li Xuan's challenge, insisting they should each duel with a single decisive strike, knowing full well of Li Xuan's famed one-hit kill technique. They prepare their best attacks, but their battle goes unwitnessed, the victor unannounced. Ultimately,
Wow.
the legendary queen of the Land of Shadows continues to serve as a reliable ally in the salvation of humanity, her desire to die put on hold for her master's sake.
Yeah, that's a cool
This
video.
video is brought to you in part by HelloTalk,
Alright,
an
so I'm
amazing
gonna
app
put it right
for
here.
learning languages through...
Yo, that video was good. That video was good. So, like, yo, Scott is freaking powerful. Like, she literally has an ability called God Slayer. Like she's literally at her best when she's fighting gods. So now I see why they mention the like why they say she can take on Gil. So like her abilities are freaking crazy. So she can pretty much open portals to suck people into the realm of darkness, which pretty much like I don't know if you die immediately as you step foot in there, but you might as well be dead. Like you can't get out. Uh, you can't get out. Like you're pretty much not a factor anymore. Like you're stuck there forever. So that's crazy. That's a freaking powerful ability. Um, the next thing is like she has gay bulk, which is freaking like I've always said that gay bulk is freaking broken. Like I know it can be countered by servants with like high luck, but like gay bulk is broken. Like it's not dodgeable. Like if you dodge it, you still get hit. So basically, pretty much the only way to like stop it is to actually block it. So pretty much, there's little servants who have like a shield strong enough to freaking counter or stop or block Gable. So like not that many people can freaking just block it. A lot of people might dodge it, but if you dodge it, you still get hit. Um, Gil can I won't say yeah, like Gil could probably deflect it with something in the gate. Um, maybe stop it with Enkidu, like if he's fast enough to like to summon Enkidu to wrap up the spear or something. Like I don't know. But with that God Slayer ability though, like I can see why they say she has a chance. But bro, she's freaking she's powerful, man. Scott is freaking powerful. Uh oh my god, she's damn. I think she just for some reason I think she just became one of my favorite servants. Now like she's still alive. Probably to this day. Like she's probably still alive because like they said she can't die, and the only reason why she became compatible with the uh with the with the Throne of Heroes was because like her realm got destroyed or something, but that singularity was fixed, so that means that probably never happened. So she's probably still alive. Something along the lines of like Merlin, where like he's still alive, but he's able to trick the Throne of Heroes so that he can be summoned at a time where he wasn't born yet. Something along those lines. So she's compatible. She can definitely be summoned, but not like in the few. Although once you're compatible, you can pretty much always be summoned. So mm, maybe. I'm not sure how that works exactly because like she's still alive, but she can still be summoned. Because she was summoned, but she was only summoned in that singularity though. But the thing is, like, once you're compatible with Throne of Heroes, like the Throne of Heroes is out of time and space. So once you're compatible, you're in. So I'm guessing like she could always be summoned. But like in Merlin's case, he was like a little weird because like when he was summoning the Babylonia singularity, like he said that he could only be summoned at that time because he was still alive, but at that time he wasn't born yet. So maybe that's why. But yeah, like this is gonna be a good ass video. This was a good ass video. Like, yo, Scathach is freaking powerful. I can't wait for that Gilgamesh versus the World video because I already know like she's strong. I definitely like my mind is made up. Like I think she could definitely do it. Because one thing, like her portals, she can open portals to suck people into third dimension. But I also assume that those portals can also be used as shields because like that's I feel like to me like that's the perfect way to dodge or counter Gate of Babylon because like the weapons that Gil shoots, she can just open portals to another dimension and like those weapons will be gone. Although I'm not sure how her ability of opening portals work. Like, can she just open unlimited portals like Gil's, like Gil does with it with his gate, or can she just open like one big portal and suck people in? Either way, like Gil, like, cause remember, like when in Unlimited Blade Works, Gil was sucked in by a portal, so like Gil has fallen to portals before. And then obviously Archer shot him in the head, but he was like sucked into that portal. Mm, so maybe she can suck Gilgamesh in there, like that's it, he's done. Also, she has the like she's at her best when she's fighting gods. Also, her durability, Gate Bolg, like it's pretty much like I wouldn't say like if she could hit Gilgamesh because it's really not hard to hit someone with Gate Bolg. Also, she has foresight, so I don't know what her parameters are yet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find out in the Gil versus Scott video, but I don't know what her parameters are, but she can see into the future to predict her opponent's move. So she's pretty much has the perfect skill. If her agility is high enough, she's pretty much has the perfect skills to dodge everything from the Gate of Babylon. Like, she can predict the future, so she can see where each weapon is coming from. And if she has a high enough agility, which she probably does because she's like a freaking master spearman, so she probably has an A agility or maybe A plus, I don't know. So she could probably be the type to like dodge every single one of like the Gate of Babylon's attacks. I don't know, but I could definitely see that being the case. So yeah, like she has abilities that's pretty much instant kills, so she could probably do it. And hitting someone with Gate Bolg is not really all hard, especially with her two-hit combo. Like one pins you down, one hits you in the heart. So it's not that hard really. This Gate Bolg is an attack meant to hit every single time or close to every single time. So yeah, I think she has one of the better chances of hitting Gil, period. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning, please help me reach 500 subs. Once I do, I will start doing reactions to the Fate Strange Fate manga. So please, if you want to see that, please subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, have a nice day and catch you guys in the next one.